Hello everyone and welcome to episode 24 of building my dream park in Theme Park Tycoon 2. So in this episode I want to quite finish a lot. I hope to finish most of the containers right here. Also I want to make most of the supports, of course. Above here the boat I cannot really do yet, but for everything here I want to add all the supports and maybe add some more detail to it. I don't know if we're going to do the station inside today, but I definitely want to finish the outside with some more containers on top of here, and of course adding all the detail to the containers. So let's just get straight into this. Of course, last episode I already made 2 supports, so we know sort of how it's going to look. We're just going to start with like the easiest supports, these ones on top of the containers. These are, nothing special, just that's the support. Then the second one, there you go, and another one on top of here, around here. Just like that. Now the supports are going to be interesting because of course there is a path here, so we kinda need to change this a little bit around. So the support will probably be around here. Yeah, I think that's around the right distance from it. For now I'm just going to make it this height, and then we need a smaller primitive and connect it like that. And also as you can see I have changed the coaster color from red to black and white. I think it just looks a little bit better and it contrasts really well with the cranes. I think this I'm going to stick with this color. I'm not entirely sure about the support color with the same color, but I can always change them. And this support is actually a little bit different. I will have like a box just because the track is just so flat up here. It will just look really weird if it's just one thing the same. So we'll just make it around the same out like that, and of course not have this. And maybe for one of these supports we can actually use the container here on the side. Okay, now that we have some supports in this area, we can actually start detailing the walls, add some more crates, some other stuff to all these containers. So let's just do that. So first of all, we have of course fixed all these gaps in between the containers. Luckily I have already done that on this side, so we can just copy these over and place them right there. And then we extend it all over this container, of course, like this. And then we also need a primitive on this side. Okay, now that we have that, we also need to create actually a hole in here because we don't want the coaster to go through a wall here. So we're just going to delete all of these and extend this out a little bit so it's closed off, and now we have a little bit more room to work with. And I'll actually think the coaster fits through it. Let's have a look. There it comes, and that fits. Yeah, that fits perfectly. Alright, that's not going to be a problem. Alright, now let's make this bridge looking a little bit better because now it's just really ugly. It will probably be a little bit the same as this style of like the bridge, because this one is just really easy to replicate because we have these fancy support metal beam things that can just perfectly fit on the side of here. I might actually change the staircase with these. I think these look a little bit better and don't have like the weird box under them. Yeah, I like that more. I like that more. Okay, now we can add now we can add these, and done. No, that's of course a joke. Now we need to actually add some supports and actually make it look a little bit better. So we will extend all of these poles down and probably add like a bigger pole at the bottom. Maybe this one. No, that's too thick. Probably maybe this one. Yeah, that looks fine. Of course, we cannot add one here and one here, but I think we can add. Can we add one here? No, I'm just going to leave that open for now. And the bigger pole, just like that. And what we will do here is actually add some like boards like this. And then we need this one right there, and we will also place these here. So these are just all connected instead of like flying. And what I'm also going to add is probably support beams like this. So some of these are actually supported. I think that's a really nice touch and detail. And there we go. I think this is probably good enough, or we will just do them the other way. Yeah, maybe the other way around. That's nice. Or maybe darker. Yeah, that's better. That's better. This is better. And now we have an industrial bridge that's looking alright. And you can actually see the coaster, which is really nice detail when you go over it. Of course, we also need to add the fence on this side so people don't just go over here. We don't want that. And then it moves down here. I think that's enough protection, and I think for the rest it's all fine. Yeah, nice. Okay, now let's add a little bit more detail to this side. And then we're just going to add these final poles. Just like that. And of course we need the detail itself in the container. So we're also going to add these lines that we have in all the containers on the sides. Maybe in the future we can add like signs, or a big sign with like food or drink or stalls. Maybe something with that. And place the final ones in here. And now we have yeah, I actually really like that. Yeah, this definitely needs some lights in here. And I think I'm just going to use these ceiling neon lights. I think these are actually quite nice. And I think these are probably also the most industrial lights that we have. So let's just place them. Now that's maybe a little too much, but a small gap in between like this. And of course have multiple of them in front of here. Yeah, that actually looks really nice. Okay, I really like this. It's of course, it's really simple, but it needs to be industrial. And don't, yeah, maybe a sign and I think some bench on the side and then it's all good. And yeah, benches and placing a bench like this doesn't really work. So or I can place this one or this one. And I think, do I like this one or do I like this one? And I think I like this one actually more. And of course we also need a trash can, and yeah, this is by far the most industrial looking trash can, so that's nice. And let's just add all these detail to all these other containers around here. Yeah, that's going to be painful. Alright, as you've seen in the really fast time lapse that I just did, I have done all the containers on this side. As you can see, I also have added this nice lighting and this on here. Of course, this side here is not really done and this side here. But I think we're 75% done. All these are of course also done, only this needs to be done, and then a lot of copying over of like this door. But for the rest, it's quite done. So now we can actually add some fences around here and some more detail of course to the floor here. I have not really decided what I want to do with the back wall, maybe just some fake buildings on here, but I'm definitely not going to do it this episode. But let's start with actually making a fence so people don't just walk here, which is actually going to be quite challenging at some points. I have no idea if I can actually fit a fence right here. I might have to actually delete one more path here, so you have to walk like that. I think now it can work, or maybe I'm going to add like a corner fence here. I think that's maybe even better. So what am I going to do for the fence design? Well, of course definitely not this. I will be building a custom fence, and for that I probably need some trims. So I'm planning on using this one, but then rotate it 90 degrees. And I might actually place it like this, so the path will even be, yeah, this probably. Okay, I have now laid out the fence layout all the way through here. I hope it doesn't hit anything, so yeah, the fence can definitely not be too high around here, but for the rest it can be too high or one high. I'm not really sure how high I want it to be. Now for the fence, I want to use the mesh roof and just rotate it. And probably actually make it around this height, which is actually kind of perfect. And of course paint it also this one. Maybe actually dark one. Yes, and as you can see, you now have a nice looking fence, which is, as you can see, high enough for people to be higher, but not high enough to hit the track. Just like that. And as you can see, we have a really small gap in between this and also big gaps in here. So I will just be filling those up with some fake path. So what I will do is just use this primitive, move it down so it's just in here, not glitching, just a little bit under, and then of course just paint it the same. And as you can see, it just looks like path, just like that. And of course we can also add some benches and some trash cans everywhere. And just like that, it actually is now functional. Yes, I'm definitely going to add a lot of theming here. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do here. Definitely some crates closer to like the fence and some other stuff. So let's just do that real quick. And some theming here, just adding some random barrels everywhere, so it looks a little bit more chaotic. 2 here, and yeah, I think something like that. Maybe really small ones here, because why not? Maybe we can place even an anvil somewhere, because why not? And then of course we still have like these metal crates, which are perfect. And before I forget it, we actually need some footers for the support, because now it just looks really weird. So what we did on this side with like the footers here, I'm just going to copy these over to the other one. And how I will do that is just click this, get this, actually put it on 1.4 and just drag them down in here. And as you can see, we now have a nice looking footer. That's how easy it is. Same for these ones. Rotate them, click this, move them in, paint them, footer. Alright, now that we've finished this, let's add the last final supports for the rest of the track and also on this side, and let's do that in the form of a time lapse. Alright, so as you've seen in the time lapse, there were some Time imposters, as you can see. Cozy is also here, I have no idea why, but we actually made almost all the supports. The only supports I need to do is the chain lift and above the boat. And as you've also seen, I actually have changed some things in this area here. I was thinking, wait, can I not like connect this water to this water? I only have one problem. It's a different height, so I have to look up how that glitch again works with like the water going down. But I think like having a nice bridge over here, which really separates like the areas in between, and then we have like this area right here, which perfectly works actually. I've also extended a little bit more. It will probably be extended a little bit even more, but the only thing I need to do with the support now is add footage, but that's just really boring and I will probably do it in my own time. Sadly, that's all the time I have for today. It's now like 2 p.m. and this video needs to get out in like 3 hours and I still need to edit it, so that will be fun. But yeah, next episode we'll probably finish most of the scenery around here, and I hope to fix also these holes in the ground. And I hope that we can do station, boat, and of course there's less area here, so maybe 3-4 more episodes and then we're already done with this area. So guys, I want to thank you for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe on my channel, guys. And I will say, as always, goodbye.